Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kiru's show here, and now, before we do get started, I do have something to say. Now, I am going through and trying to make mini shots of some of my older ideas. And this one, I do know it did catch my attention while I was scrolling through. So, essentially in this mini shot, I am taking a lot of things from the Overhaul arc and pulling it together. I'm taking this arc and ripping it out of continuity and building things off from there. So, yeah, I'm messing with a lot of the MJ storyline doing this. I do think that's the most interesting thing about this potential what if. Now, let me begin. We will start with Izuku. Izuku, he has seen a lot of things in his time. It has been eons since Lucifer was cast out of heaven and he became the devil. And he, in this time, has had to do a lot of things. He's looked after humans. He's been given a role and given a task. And he has been fulfilling that task for a long time. He is a guardian. He looks after humans. As time has gone on, he's seen many things. He's seen good people. He's seen bad people. He's had to witness horrific acts and witness the good of man. And this, it has made him think about a lot. The last human he had to look over, they died suddenly, and it was alarming. It does tend to happen from time to time, but it is quite unfortunate. But it has made him think. He's struggling now. He has been doing it silently, but he's tried to talk to many others, get their own thoughts on what they do, how they are. But they are stuck in their ways. He's not too sure what has brought this recent development in his head. Has it been the last several centuries? The last several decades? He's seen how humans have developed these abilities. He's looked far beyond just the people he's meant to look after. But now he's been tasked to look after a young girl by the name of Eri. And this, it is quite interesting. He has begun to witness her life, understand many things. And this is where he thought this girl could potentially live a good life. However, there was the day he witnessed her accidentally harming her father. He died, all because of her quirk ability. And her mother left. She ran because she was horrified as to what her daughter did. She didn't know how to handle it, how to cope with what she saw. And she ran. Deku, he was alarmed the day he saw this. He asked her advice, but everyone just told him the same thing. Make your slight little shifts and see what good you can do. Try to help. Try to do what you can. Just make sure to look after them and only affect the small little moments where the person, they may need it. And Deku, he wasn't sure. He ultimately does know where the story does end. He knows that from the beginning. But watching it play out, watching it happen, seeing it all, it's never good sometimes. In her story, he doesn't know how to witness. It doesn't make sense to him. Is it because of his witnessing of events like this? Is it because of the good he feels? He's morally opposed to what a man will do to her, how he will harm her, how he will use her for research. And this, it does have Deku quite annoyed. And there currently is today. Deku, he does stare on, witnessing many things, aware as to what is going to happen this evening. The man is going to experiment on her again. He is going to harm her again. She will come close many times during this man's day, but he will not let her. He will make sure she does not come to pass. It's horrible. It's horrifying. He's already had to step in twice, and he will have to step in again today. However, that he does plan to change. And we do have an Overhaul's lab, where right now a lot is going on. Jizuki, he does sit here silently, going over a few bits of his research, as right now there is where he does a turn, hearing a sound and going to see Eri, before he does think about what to do next. Does he have enough blood? Maybe. Maybe not. Does he need more? No. He fears if he does take more today, then more things might happen. Worse things? She needs nutrition and rest. He can do that, and then tomorrow they can pick up where they left off. They can certainly do that. And there is where a voice can be heard. No longer. Shizuki going to turn, as that voice bellows from the hallway. And the man, he is confused. He doesn't recognize it. And there is where he has to look down, seeing feathers. Turning his head, not seeing Eri. Alarmed. No, what is this? Before he does a stand up and go to walk over, bending down and going to grab one of these feathers. It slicing into his glove as he's to pull his hand back. He's bleeding. What the hell? These feathers are white. Bending down and going to, with his left hand, be a bit more careful. Trying to grab it again. This time, him holding it up and inspecting it. These almost seem like Hawks' feathers. Shit. Is there another pro hero? Him going to look up as the lights, they do start to somewhat flicker. Him turning his head and hearing another voice. I'm sorry. Him gonna turn. Before he does, gonna see a man who does gonna sit there. Him with a pair of wings on his back. And his hair, it is white. It's surprising. And his eyes, they emit this glow. He feels panicky, alarm, but staring at this being. It's stepping into the room. Before his wings do to expand. And Jizuki, he does get to stand up, alarmed, enamored. What he's seeing before him. His brain doesn't know how to process it. He should be on high alert, afraid, scared. And Deku does gotta tell the man. Bring up his hands. He will no longer harm Eri. He has witnessed long enough. He knows where it will go. But he can no longer witness these evil acts. And Overhaul is quite alarmed. He was staring at Deku's wings. He was staring at his eyes. This feeling in his mind keeping him calm. And then the next second, all he remembers is being forced to the ground and going to struggle for air. And Deku, he does go to turn his hands and go to feel it in his fingers. Feel the life fade from this man. And that he does go stare at. Pulling his hands back and staring at him. It does take him a second. He felt it. Wrath. He felt pure wrath staring at this man. And he killed him. He killed a human. And this, it does have him quite disgusted. He's done something bad. And the one above, he knows it. He can already feel his eyes on him. He knows for a fact if he goes back, he will face judgment. He can feel it already in his being right now. The halo above his head going to dissipate. And Izuku, he does go to sit here. Before he does it'll walk away. Rhino Airy standing on a building. Before a gust of wind can be heard, and Deku, he does a land. Him standing up as he is wearing a pair of pants and a tank top. Currently, him going to bend down. And Eri is quite afraid. However, she does stare at the man, who does go to express, bring his hands down and bending down, that he's quite sorry. Who are you? You may call me Izuku. It's quite alright now, child. I do wish for you to understand. I do not wish to bring you harm. I have saved you. It is going to be alright. That man, Chizuki, he can no longer harm you. He will no longer harm anybody. You are going to be okay. Now, I know this may be very hard for you to hear right now, but we need to go. I have already healed your injuries. I have done what I can. And right now, it will not be easy for me. What's happening to your hair? Deku bring his hand up, going to run his hand along his hair and go to pull it away, feeling that some of it seems a little off. Its texture has changed. And where does I somewhat bring it down in front of his face? It is black. It's gray. And this, it means quite a lot. The first in eons. The first in a long, long time. He's fallen. He has done something to fall. And that is bad. But that is not his concern now. He is on Earth, stuck here to walk it for eons. That is alright. That is fine. But now what? That is a very good question. What does he do? He has her with him here. He has no connections to people here. No idea what to do. For the first time, he is linear. He's unsure of many things. He doesn't feel the guiding hand. This is interesting. Scary. A little exciting. These emotions that you could have run through his mind, they're his own. These thoughts that could have run through his head are his own as well. We'll be alright, okay? Are you sure? I'm still scared. You are going to be okay, Eri. Listen. How about we go somewhere? We get something to eat. I know it will not be much, But in time, I do hope you understand. I will take care of you. And I do hope that you. I know you're there. Deku turning, his wings expanding and going to somewhat block Eri. As right now, something does get to stand on the other side of the building. It expressing. It is quite a sight to witness. Who are you? I might be a friend of yours, though I do have to say, what you've done, what you did, beautiful. Great work, if I do say so myself. I had to. No, no, you see, you did not. I don't think you did. I might not know the whole story. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, golden boy. But I'm quite sure you just interfered with his plans. Now, that is quite interesting. Don't you agree? I could not witness it. No, no, you couldn't. Could you? You had to do something good because something bad was happening. Not the first time I've seen these events before. What do you want? Nothing. I've come with an offer. A deal, if you will. I do think it is quite interesting. I will not make a deal with a demon. That I'm quite certain of. And what will you do? When others were cast out, you know what happened to them. I do. But you're different? Please, you saw what happened. You think that you will find others like you here, don't you? You think that it is possible. But it is quite possible that you will not. You might be set for hell. Do you understand that? You will be dragged down. There are no fallen on earth. You speak lies. Your people are known for their lies. I will not hear this from one of serpent tongue. I am not speaking in lies. I am speaking in the truth, as much as it does pain me to say those words. You will be cast down further. Mark my words. You will be cast down. The being going to vanish, and Deku does not turn back. Run out Eri expressing, asking what was that? It was nothing. Deku bringing his hand up. And Eri, she does go to watch as Deku does a pat her on the head. Currently, him bending down and telling her, right now they should go. Well, um, actually, he'll be right back. He does have an idea. She'll be here for about another minute. Does she understand? Mm-hmm. Good. I'll buy you a milkshake. Do you like milkshakes? Uh, I don't know. Okay, we'll get something good. And I'll show you a trick I saw this one person do before. Fries that have been seasoned and a milkshake. Do you like chocolate? Yes? Good. Then, how about we get you a chocolate one? Stay here for a minute and be okay. I'll be right back. I won't be gone for that long. They're gonna stand, and right now, he does a takeoff. Eri watching him, disappear at blinding speeds. Before Deku, he has to head back to Chizuki's bunker. Right now, him going to land inside the building and then go to bend down. Him reaching into his pocket and pulling out the man's wallet. Before he does, could open it up and see a few cards. Him quite concerned about this. However, he also does see quite a bit of cash. Okay, he's kept tabs on this man. He knows what he does. He knows what a few of these do. Okay. He knows the code for this one. Good. He knows the code for this one. Uh, he might not be needing this membership card anymore. He'll just go ahead and put this in the back of the wallet. And then all this cash. That will keep them set for some time. As long as these accounts are still running, that's good. The smart thing would be to withdraw every ounce of cash he can. And then go on the run? He'll have to take care of her. Maybe he did not think this through too well? No. He did think this through. He just has to do different things. Do more? Deku's standing and going to turn and flap his wings. Currently, him going to land back down into the building as Eri, she does go to stand there. Deku talking about a few things. Currently, him going to pick up Eri and begin to fly through the air. Right now, her a little scared about being up so high. However, Deku does tell her about how the city does look. Her clutching onto his shoulders as Deku's wings, they are spread magnificently. Him talking about it. And Eri, when she has to peek out one of her eyes, she is a little scared of the height. However, Izuku does reassure her about how he could catch her if she does fall, and how he's assigned to keep her safe. They're going to get something to eat, and she is safe now, safer than she'll ever be. And currently Izuku doesn't fly through the air. Before he does go to walk into a diner, and Eri does go to stand there. Him and her making their way down the row and going to sit down. And someone they need to walk over, asking exactly what they can get for him. Are you alright? The person staring at Izuku, turning to Eri, who currently is wearing a hoodie, asking if something is wrong. No. We're just out a little late. I see. Uh, is that your daughter? Yes, it is. Things have not been easy. We're traveling, you see. And, well, couldn't really go someplace sooner. It's a special occasion. I see. Just getting into town? Yes. Yes, we are. Currently the person taking their order and walking away. And Deku does need to plan out a lot of things. He's got a lot of information in his years to work with. So now he has to figure out how to use it, what to do, and how exactly to protect this girl. Turn her into the pro heroes? That is a good idea. However, if he does, she might end up in child services. With her power, she can harm a lot more people. One day, she may potentially fear her own powers, no longer talk with people, becomes so withdrawn that she either does not interact or does not live a proper life. And there's the idea of those people in the hero committee, those people who would be just like Chizuki. Either she winds up in a bad spot herself, or the system assigned to protect her, to help her, might be what does it. Looking after her himself, it provides the best outcome he can think of, especially because he is unaffected by her powers. He cannot be harmed. And that, right now, is the one thing going through his mind. And with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And do feel free to give me feedback on this story. It's actually quite interesting as I'm going over things in my head, thinking about how this story might go, especially with the way I'm kind of setting everything up. Anyways, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good night.